scenes this afternoon because Pastor Steve and I and Deirdre are doing a sound check. If you live streamed with us on Sunday, you may have noticed that the sound was not working on my mic and that you couldn't hear everything that was going on in the worship service. So we are doing some troubleshooting. Troubleshoot number one, we needed new batteries, so that's taken care of. Now we're doing a little bit of balancing and checking to see how the sound is online. If you happen to be watching us right now, feel free to chime in the chat and let us know that you're there and tell us how I sound. And then you're just going to be listening in while we do a little bit of testing. I hope you're having a glorious day. Steve, you want to join me down here and we'll do a little comparing of our voices?
I do. I was just taking a listen to the stream feed.
How it sounds, and how does it sound to you?
Sounds good. We're definitely filling the sound. We're definitely loud enough. So that's good.
And is the pulpit at this point muted? Yes. And did we decide that we want to leave it muted? Was that our? Give it a try and we'll see. I was curious to see if I'm standing up. Nope, there it is right away. Yep. So it's not just if I'm back underneath the speakers. Sure. Because if I go out in front so that I'm in front of there, I still hear a little bit of that. I don't know that it might be a little less. See, now it goes away. Nope. There's still a little ring. Yeah, coming all the way down. Out of curiosity, am I still on camera? How far does the camera reach?
Currently, the camera is only showing currently we're only showing the chancel.
So it shows,
This mark here
yeah.
is as far back as we will go. We've made a promise to people. If they sit behind this mark, they will not be on camera.
Okay.
At any time.
Yep.
So that's...
And is that the camera that typically captures the congregation?
This is our wide view camera.
That's the wide angle
camera.
Okay.
This will capture your lectern, your instruments, your pulpit. It can capture other things there. We use the center camera primarily for most other things, though.
And do you change the angle on the center cam? Do you zoom in or zoom out?
Generally, and I think you noted when you first came on board that we were very tight quite often. Somewhere generally between the center section, big enough to see the choir in the center, down to just the preacher's face, our typical is the typical expansion, except for during the passing of the peace or the children's time, which would be wide.
That was my next question. If we're down here hanging out for the children's time.
We have an angle down that covers the stairs for the children's time. We'll cover from one pillar to the other pillar, specifically kind of here. This is also the angle we use for communion.
Gotcha. And so are we visible right now?
Right now, probably not. Right now, I have it focused here,
so it's right over here.
This is kind of like our welcome / choir /
right.
what have you.
And it covers from somewhere just past
right
you?
Around here to somewhere right around the end of the piano, because
Gotcha.
it's meant to pick up guest musicians in the choir who generally stand or exist in this space.
Gotcha. Hello, Facebook land. If you are just tuning in, you are getting a view, and YouTube, that's right. You're getting a view backstage as we do some sound check and work with our audio system. So nothing particularly exciting going on here, but if you are watching and you want to chime in and let us know how we are sounding, we are trying to improve the sound so that you can hear us during worship on Sunday. So drop into the chat and say hello, or move on to a more exciting video, and we'll see you on Sunday.
More exciting than this?
Huh. And did it sound like something was rubbing, or like there was like a crack on a sound crackle? Yeah. I have been lectured by my former sound guys that I'm not allowed to wear. There it is. That was me touching up here. Oh, no, that's my hair, it's my hair on this, which is,
Wire?
so, note to self, I have to wear my hair up, which I do anyway. That's what it is. Because yes, I got a lecture about not wearing dangly earrings, which really cramps my style, but apparently the dangly earrings bump. Now, I'm wearing a dangle right now. This particular dangle doesn't seem to hit it, but the sound you were hearing wasn't up here, it was catching on this. So if I just do this, though, are you getting sound?
A little.
A little.
And if we're getting a little here, then they're definitely getting the stream.
Sorry, folks. That's interesting, that's because the sensitivity, it should be up here, though. The whole, yep. It is also a reminder that if I adjust my mic, I need to mute first and adjust, because if I don't mute first and then I play with my mic, actually, no, yeah, you're going to hear me adjust. Ooh, it's almost like after the fact. See, now I'm not touching anything. And we're going to do this. We're going to mute.
It's not me.
It is. It's Steve's fault.
Often, but not this time.
All right. Yeah. You're not picking me up when I'm on? You're off now. I'm off. I can't hear you through his hotel mic. Yep. But I can't hear you through the web. Okay, so I'm really off, which is great. Now I'm back on. And I've moved my hair, but now see there's that shuffle where there it is again. That's just going like this. That's going to happen because this runs through my robe.
I haven't heard it before either, which is really strange.
I'm turning it off. I just try to locate it, so I just try to something going on.
This is the time to find out, I suppose.
Maybe it's got a little crack in it.
Certainly possible. It's been around for a while.
That the cord itself has a crack. Did you point the maybe? And I can turn you way down. Yeah. Why don't we do that? I'll turn you down for A. So are we streaming on, not at all on Facebook, just on YouTube?
Currently, we're just on YouTube.
I am turned on now, saying hello to YouTube land. We're actually not on Facebook, we're on YouTube, but we're just behind the scenes doing some sound checks here, folks. So you are welcome to move along or say hi in the chat and then move along. We just want the sound to work for you on Sunday. All right, so it's still, now I'm definitely. You're gonna get crackle, crackle, crackle. Yeah, so, all right, now I'm just talking here. Now, that doesn't sound like it's picking up. I feel like I just lost the sound. If I'm here, yeah, I feel like I've, well, oh, you turned it down though, so maybe that's why. Am I on? I think I'm on.
You are on, yeah.
Okay. All right, so this is the earpiece, this is the front piece.
Right at the joint where it comes into the back of the...
That's one spot. Yeah.
The tough part is I don't know how you're going to be able to tell the difference between that place and then somewhere further down if it's
Right.
probably going to wiggle that cord.
It's going to wiggle anyway, right? But, right? But like that just, it was we were doing fine there for,
Years.
well, like the last 20 minutes,
True,
and then it kicked in.
which is odd, but
I mean, I've been wiggling this around to fine tune it, but I've been moving this. Uh, well, I mean, maybe it's, I mean, you've turned it down now. You turned it back up? Because it doesn't sound as loud to me as it was before. There. Now it's closer to my mouth. But right? Yeah. And move to one of the other mics. Yep. Yep. So that's funny because now it's gone. It's a sound gremlin is what it is. All right. So if we do this, just out of curiosity, so pausing. So now I'm off.
as am I. This is C. Yes, this is D. No ribbon is D. C has a pink ribbon.
And in terms of the effectiveness of this mic, do I want this to be taller so it's straight in, or is it okay if it's at an angle like this and I'm above it?
My experience is you need to speak directly into it.
Because
Probably straight on would be better if you can. But definitely this close to it, directly into it, is generally better.
testing, testing, testing. This one is off.
And mine's off as well.
Oh, no, mine's on. Now it's off. Okay, so now I'm here. So if I am, I mean, this is going to be, I might actually, if it's in the middle of the sermon, I might migrate to one of these. Because that's muted. So I'll just migrate to that because. May I hand this to you?
Sure can.
It's fine. It's just always it's the interaction between what's here and what's here. So this is a directional mic. It's not going to, if I'm over here, I'm not going to get it. So where I want to be is sort of right there. How's that sound? And if I've got my tablet in front of me, I can still see it. I need to stay right here. I can't move.
You must only be where you are.
In terms of being able to move around and chit-chat.
Yep.
And so, all right, so we're going to, so if I'm here and I'm reading and I'm scrolling and I'm talking like I usually do when I get animated, but can I do this much? And talk to you this way and talk to you this way? I won't do that. This seems to work. And I can hear myself, so I can tell when I start getting further away. Yeah. Because I want you to hear me. All right. You are a beloved child of God. All right. So that's good. That works. And then,
Slide it.
is it a slide?
Yep.
So then this one, do I need to adjust? I don't. It's just there, and it's beautiful. And this is nice, actually. Yeah. And it cares, yeah, and you can go around and yeah, that is good. And then, so comparing that sound back to what's on my head, if I'm back here, now, is that comparable? It felt like it was stronger.
Not just stronger, you sound better.
Yeah,
You sound better from that mic when you do phone that.
yeah. How long have we had this mic?
That mic?
Oh,
That mic has been around forever. No, it's been around at least as long as I've been around. Cindy had it when I got
Eve.
here.
Eve used this mic, didn't she?
I believe Eve
Yes,
did
her
use that
first
mic.
concert.
Yep,
This
yeah.
was, yeah, I knew it.
She got it with her newest Leaf outfit. Yes.
Right?
Oh my.
It's time to eat. All right, sorry, when actually?
At least as long as I've been here, so at least almost, 3 years, and then years before that, because Cindy had it, so.
So if
Okay.
there's money in the budget to hire a sound engineer, or there's money in the budget to buy a new mic for you, you buy the new mic. Because the feedback with that thing, it could be that mic is just fading.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the lifespan is of a
I don't either, and I know that
mic.
that mic wasn't getting that feedback, or at least this mic wasn't causing feedback, because that feedback happens with my mic too, actually, now that I mention that. When it's just my mic, I was getting the same thing a few weeks before you got here. So I've been walking over and muting the pulpit for a couple weeks now. I don't know if it would work in reverse. I don't know if muting the lectern would do the same thing. I don't know, but certainly that seems to be a solution.
Why did you turn your lapel mic off?
Oh,
Just curious.
I turned it off because I didn't need to be heard, and I figured since we're actually live streaming, I'd limit my ability to say something real dumb on the internet.
Hi, YouTube. This is Pastor Steve.
We've met. They
I'm
know.
Pastor Allison. We are working on the sound for Sunday, so there's nothing exciting going on here. Feel free to say hi and move on. But we'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday when the sound will be pristine. I trust.
Glorious.
It's going to be awesome. I'm also noticing, is this mic on now?
No, it's not on.
So what happens if all three of our mics are on? Do we get any feedback from this one? Did I just turn that on?
You did, I believe.
I did,
Takes
and
a
I'm-
second to wake up, but
Because it doesn't seem like we're getting any feedback. Deirdre, is it?
It's not hot yet.
it,
That's C.
Yeah.
that is C. If you're right next to it, it is hot.
Does it take that long to?
It takes a second. I
Just-
didn't think it took that long.
Yeah.
Maybe it takes a while for it to
Just
Migrate
show
to
up
the
there.
board. It's possible. I
Um,
don't know if that's more receptive. I don't know if the board on the wall is more, I don't know, sensitive, but
So I'm not hearing any feedback. It seems like we can use all three of these simultaneously, which we did on
We
two
did.
Sundays ago. We weren't quite, I wasn't quite on top of this mic, but it worked. So out of curiosity, if we add the fourth mic, and that's over here, it is turned on. Did you change the battery on this one too? Yes,
I
you
did.
did. Yep.
yes.
I don't know, is this D? Yeah.
Yeah, it says it right on it.
Oh, that's the, yep, I got it. It is D.
If you speak into it directly.
I left it on
it's
because I
still
was
on.
curious to see what would happen if all of them were on at once. You're getting D?
Good to know.
But did it start picking up sound sooner?
I didn't hear it,
Or do we have to do a
But-
long,
but we've got our mics on, so
Test.
it's hard for me to determine whether or not it's picking
Yeah.
up sound. As far
Right.
as our,
what's interesting, what's good to know though is that we have all four of these mics active and no problem. So it's just whatever it is up there.
Here's-
So I just turned D off.
Well, would you back off back to C and speak into it as like you're speaking into the mic? And I want to see what.
And keep my other mic on? All right, so now I've got both mics on, and I'm speaking in here, and it sounds fine, right? Yeah, and if I do the same thing over here, if I keep this mic on and I come over here, and then I start talking, we get a little bit, I mean, it's more sound than we need, but it's fine. And,
and mine is on as well.
as soon as we turned that on, we started getting ringing noises again.
So I wasn't really looking for feedback. I was looking for what happens if you accidentally walk over that mic and say something while your mic is on. What's going to happen? No.
Right. It's not, we don't get those pops or,
It pops also it doesn't get like so loud that we have to go like.
right, right, yep. All right, so,
Here's a test that we haven't thought of yet.
yep,
I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to put out here, are any of the mics picking me up? Ding. Here.
Pastor Steve on the air bells.
Just call it lecture.
This is where our bells traditionally have been, and I've had concerns since we started using them that people at home have no clue what's going on with them. The other option is we have them in the balcony, and again, we use these mics, these handhelds, to mic them, and I worry whether or not they're actually getting even remotely out to people.
I
I'd have
don't
to
think
look.
those handhelds would pick up enough sound because they're so directional.
Yeah, I think that every time I've listened, they've been very quiet.
So what if we set the bells up here?
Big space.
They look great though, well, except for that foam rubber.
Phone are usually covered in the tablecloth.
Okay,
Because he's got a cloth on the table. They do look really nice. And the problem is, he's usually got four, I don't know if they're 8, I think they're 6-foot tables, that he sets up for folks.
but
So,
what great visual spectacles.
oh, it's beautiful. It really is.
And if you, so do we have flexibility to move these downstage a little bit? Because if we put the bells here and then the choir is just on these two levels, that might mean that these need to move forward a little bit, right?
I mean, those have been moved before, too. I mean, we brought those all the way up and just set them up for a guitar player who's sitting in a chair.
Okay.
I mean, they're fine.
So they could be, because if you, you know, if we, yeah, just had the bells, because this is gonna, so October 1st. And
Exactly.
it's 4 players, so I don't know how many bells they play.
That may only be one table worth, but maybe I don't know, 2 tables. So yeah,
Will that fit up here?
no, maybe.
Are these chairs immobile?
Those chairs move? I mean, they haven't been moved, but they do move.
Because we don't need them all.
We definitely don't. Currently,
So-
you could have the bells in one corner or the other, and I can create a camera angle. But that's why I wanted to bring it up, because Terry's gonna want to know. He's it's been a conversation in the past, and not necessarily as easy a one as it should have been.
Right, we want to have them where they can be heard. Hi, YouTube. It's Pastor Steve and Pastor Allison, and you're just seeing behind the scenes while we do a sound check and do some live streaming. So feel free to say hello and then move on to a more exciting video, and we will see you on Sunday for worship when the sound will be fantastic. Hope y'all are well. All right, so if you said no, if we just lose a couple of chairs from the end?
I think that would probably be fine. Yeah, and we've had them up here before. We have. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say we haven't. We have. We haven't had them up here with the choir that I can remember.
Well, maybe we don't have the choir up there. I think it would be interesting to have the choir up on the chancel this Sunday, and then we're gonna think about it. We're gonna see how it works, we're gonna talk about it
Yeah.
the next Sunday, we're gonna have the bells up there.
Well, but for singing, I'm only thinking, I mean, they can sit up here because the choir could, if the choir was sitting here through the whole service, they still wouldn't be in the way of the table, I don't think, because you just put them all on one side, and then the table is here in the middle. I was thinking of for singing, when they actually come out into the center, I think they've been up at this level, right?
Yes.
And so it would just mean that you would have them on these 2 levels.
So chimes are a significantly bigger group, or have been traditionally. So that may be a consideration we need to think about in the future. Maybe not by the 1st, but for the future. There's
Yep.
like 8 or something, I think. I'd have to look at videos. I have to go back to the footage.
So how long is the table?
About 6 feet, I think.
And it's more, one
So
of the
4
tables
tables.
is 6 feet,
Yes.
and there's 4 tables.
Yes. Because he'll usually do 2 on each side and fills up most of the front of a pew.
Wow.
Front. So he'll do like 2 there and 2 there, and we'll fill them, or they'll be set back a little bit, and we'll fill them with people, and it'll be a thing.
I still feel like it's, I mean, even if how many are singing right now? A dozen?
Yeah.
So you could put 6 people on that side and 6 people on that side and still have plenty of width,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, oh, I certainly think if you
or
were just,
put them across the lower, lose the top row altogether and just put them on the lower.
so yes, indeed, yes. Currently our
Or,
no, just throwing out another consideration that's come up in the past, the consideration of whether or not the choir is on camera has come up in the past. Maybe not even necessarily the choir, but people up here are on camera or not. Right now, we don't show those chairs very often at all.
right,
Largely because I don't think people up here were really aware they were on camera, so we had mini conversations happening, or Allie was adjusting audio levels on the iPad, and people weren't sure what she was doing, and
so it occurs to me that this part, as we start thinking about blocking, we probably don't need to be doing sound testing
True,
at the
that's
same
true,
time.
that's true.
So
as long,
I think if we're,
my only point was that we probably want microphones somewhere near.
yeah, no, I think it's a good way to migrate the bells up and to think about
Okay.
how to do that is good.
Yep.
One of the other things, though, that will also be true, I'm realizing, is that the preacher will have behind them the bells rather than the holy, holy, holy,
Right.
which I think is probably fine.
Probably.
But
I mean, it's
it's just a
once it's
reminder
made
that
up,
that's what will
Terry
be there.
really puts together an attractive table. It just isn't at first. It's folding tables and foam rubber.
Right,
But
right. So shall we go ahead and end the live stream, and then we can
let us do
talk
just
another
that.
minute about where to put the bells, but we'll say goodbye to everybody in YouTube land. We are going to be deleting this video momentarily, so if you saw it, you are one of the special few, the fortunate few, who saw behind the scenes on a Wednesday at First Congregational Church of South Portland. Well, we tried to figure out how to make sure you could hear us on a Sunday morning. Now go outside, get off your screen, enjoy this beautiful day. There goes Steve. And I haven't gotten any crackling since. That crazy crackling, it hasn't come back. It is a fascinating thing. All right.